Hey friends, welcome back to a new video. My name is Rachel. I am disabled, I'm neurodivergent, I'm also an artist and a quilter, and I love makeup. So today we're actually not talking about makeup. Today we're talking about skincare. Skincare, hair care, body care, things that I have repurchased multiple times, things that I have been using for a really long time and continue to purchase. So let's jump in. So I'm gonna get the gimmies that you already know about out of the way. CeraVe Hydrating Facial Cleanser. I swear by this stuff. I have tried the cream to foam, I've tried the oil, and they're not nearly as hydrating as this is. I don't understand it because this isn't on my skin for long, but when I'm done removing my makeup and then using this as my double cleanse, it makes a big difference on how my nighttime skincare goes on. I'm just enthralled with this, and if it ever gets discontinued, I will riot. Plain and simple. The Innisfree Hyaluronic Acid Watery Sun Gel. Be careful if you're trying to buy this. I got duped by Walmart. I don't normally shop at Walmart, but they said they had this and it was disgustingly affordable, but it's not this. It's got a very strong fragrance. It's got a very thick white backing. And because it's a knockoff, I don't even know what the sun barrier efficacy. So I'm not even going to use it, much less pass it off to someone else. I don't know what I'm going to do with it. I don't want to saddle my friends with it. This stuff is beautiful. It's lightweight. It gives the skin such a nice glow, and it's protective. It's also really hydrating. So this is a K-beauty formula. Korean beauty is not strapped to the same required ingredients. So K and J Beauty have more space to play with what goes into their sunscreens, where US companies, their formulations are a lot more restricted. So serum, I love a good serum. I love something that just sinks into my skin and allows it to really absorb the moisturizer on top, but also put really good things into my skin. The Neutrogena Niacinamide Serum. I'm not a chemist. I don't know what a niacinamide does. I know it makes my skin feel good, especially when I wake up and my skin is dry. This is usually my first, if not second step when I go to put on my skincare, and it makes an immediate difference to the texture and the moisture of my skin. These two I have kind of used interchangeably. So this is the CosRX Propolis Light Ampule. It's thicker than like the ceramide. It's not as watery. It's actually got a little bit of viscosity to it. So you can see there, it does travel. And then when you blend it out, when you work it in, again, glow, texture, all of that stuff. It just plumps up the skin and helps, get rid of fine lines and all of that fun stuff. This is one I've been using for years. This is the Flower Beauty CBD Chill Out Serum, and it's a little thinner than the CosRX, but again, this one is a little silkier, it's a little slippier, and I find that this one's really good when my redness is off the charts. It usually happens more in the winter, like my nose. It sinks in. It's a little bit tacky. When I put makeup on top of it, it kind of acts as a tacky primer as well as another hydration step. This is usually the very first thing that goes on my skin. If not this, then it's the rice essence from Make. But this is the first bottle. I like them both very much. This one is my third bottle. My only beef with this is that after 3 bottles, The pump just kind of freezes, and it makes it really hard to dispense the product. I love that the bottle is metal, very simple, recyclable, all of that fun stuff. The product inside is just the most lovely milky essence that preps the skin for makeup and delivers just the loveliest amount of hydration. I will also use this on top of an entire face of skincare. If I feel like things aren't sinking in the way I want them to, I'll go on top with a watery, milky essence, and it'll help everything absorb and just sink into the skin better. Two of my all-time favorite skincare products, the Good Molecules Yerba Mate Wake Up Gel. This stuff it's just so good. It's the only eye cream that actually works on my eyes. I'm running, like, it's hard swatching skincare. It's a gel, it's really thin, but it's got a slippiness to it. And for me, I have very temperamental under eyes. They get overhydrated at the drop of a hat. This just allows the skin under my eyes to stay hydrated without absorbing a really thick cream and making everything kind of muddy. In the same vein is our old friend Refer. This is their lightweight hydration cream, and I hated that I loved it. I hated the packaging. It wasn't recyclable. It was really bulky, almost twice the product at the same price. And this goes on sale pretty frequently. It's almost the exact same thing, but it's better. It doesn't have artificial fragrance, doesn't have anything gimmicky. It's just a beautiful, lightweight moisturizer. My only complaint with this is that I feel like I go through it really fast. I don't use all that much, but I feel like the tube ends up empty faster than I would like it to. That being said, oh my goodness, I'm just gonna work that into my hands. It feels so nice. I haven't tried much else from Refer, but I can tell you that the Milky Essence and the Lightweight Hydration Cream, two of my favorites. You cannot go wrong with those. This stuff is stupid expensive, and I use it sparingly. Although the other night I went to squeeze out just a little bit and I got a lot, and you can't put it back in the tube, so I used it. I woke up the next day and my skin felt plump. Like, normally I wake up with my skin feeling a little bit sallow, and then I wash it and I moisturize it, and suddenly it comes back to life. This just woke up ready to live its best life. So this is the Ceramide Cream from Dr. Jart. This stuff has gone up to like $48, which is insane. I think it used to be 36 to 38, and it has just skyrocketed in price. So now I feel like, okay, if I buy a tube and I get it to last 6 months, that's still $100 a year on one product. But compare that to the Holika Good Sarah moisturizer, which I also love. This stuff lasts me a couple months. It's about $20 a jar. And I feel like I'm spending the same amount of money year to year from this to this. That being said, this is more like just a traditional cream moisturizer as opposed to a gel, which is like a water base. Why am I putting it on my hands other than it just feels really good? And I want to show you all the texture. So that is a cream. It is not sticky. It's really not. It just sinks into the skin. I use this as a top layer to my skincare. I like to go lightest to heaviest. So I will start with my oils and then work my serums and my creams and my moisturizer until my skin feels like it's really plump and juicy and it's going to get through the night without shriveling up like a raisin. Are those all the moisturizers I have? I think they might be. A couple other random products here. We're going to start with the skin. The Mighty Patch. I have also had the one from Peach Slices, and they're great too. So the one I want to point out is the Micro Darts. So you've got these spot patches like you use when you've got a gnarly zit, but these have, I don't want to touch them. These have a little bit of this like fine sandpaper texture. And when you put it on the clean skin, you have to hold it for about 30 seconds and you can feel the darts sink. It hurts. It hurts so good. And you can feel that medicine sinking into the spot. I've been forgetting to use them, but this spot had almost gone away. I haven't used them in a couple of nights, but that's going to change tonight because I want this zit gone, and these seem to be the only thing I have that will help. These are fabulous. They're a little pricey, so you want to make sure you're using them carefully. And I've had these stay on for 12 to 18 hours. You don't necessarily have to take off the patch unless it's clouded. And in that case, it's like sucked as much of the goo from the inside of the zit as possible. And it's time to take it off, wash your face, dry your face, and put on a fresh one. When I put these on at night, I will do my entire skincare routine and then take a Q-tip or a square of cotton and just clean off that little spot, wait for it to dry, and then put on the microdart patch. And it seems to work pretty well. I have had very few problems with the patch coming off after doing my skincare. These are something that are, now that I'm in my 40s and dealing with cystic acne again, these are something that are always in my makeup, in my skincare stash. All right. Oh, this stuff. I have been using this stuff for ages. This is the Saturday Skin Rub-a-Dub Peeling Gel. This is one of those masks. It's one of those peeling products that you put on your hand. It's got these little blue bits in it. And as you break them down, oh, it starts gathering up these little white balls. And those balls are essentially the dead skin that's sitting on your face, that's maybe interfering with the way your makeup is sitting, that's interfering with the way your skincare is absorbing. And you do this for about a minute and a half. I use this between my double cleanse. So I will do my makeup remover. This stuff just picks up all of that dead skin. If you are a glasses wearer like myself, I find it picks up a lot of stuff on my inner eye. I go very gently under my eyes because I know that my under eyes accumulate a lot of dead skin, and that interferes with the way that my makeup sits. So you do this and all of a sudden your skin feels like a baby's bottom. It is smooth, it is clean, it just feels really good. And then I go in on top with the CeraVe Hydrating Cleanser and make sure I've gotten all of those little baubles of dead skin off of my face. I also use it along my neckline and my chin. You would not believe the amount of dead skin. The amount of dead skin that comes off is just, it's bananas. And I, at my own risk, have occasionally done this twice in a row when I really want my skin to be smooth and clean and fresh and not have anything like gathering in my chin lines or my little marionette lines or the sides of my nose. I really want to get into those areas. I will on occasion use this twice. Let's talk about some hair. This is the Ghost Oil from Verb. It is one of the thickest hair oils I've ever used, and I really like that. It's thick, but it doesn't weigh my hair down. Like I can put it into my little grays at the front that stand up and just smooths them down, but they don't look greasy. They don't look gunky. They don't look like they've got a lot of product build up. And this is relatively affordable. The last time I checked, this was about $18. And a bottle of this will last you at least, well, depending on how often you use it, it'll last you a good long time because it's so thick you barely need any. This is the first time I've purchased a full size of this product. I have had mini after mini, and they have lasted months. This is the Christophe Robin Salt sea salt scrub. So it's a cleansing scrub. I will say this needs to be mixed with a regular shampoo and it grabs onto the shampoo and it really makes it foam. So I'll throw a little bit of my shampoo in my hand and then add this. Yeah, it's a salty scrub. You can see the texture in there. And it really does. Like you get it into the roots and you feel it foaming. I don't use a conditioner afterwards. I rinse it out, towel dry my hair, and then I'll spray in like a leave-in. Right now I'm using the one from Christophe Robin, the same company as this, and I like it. I really like their leave-in conditioner as well. I have had nothing but good experiences with the handful of products from this brand that I've tried, and I just can't speak highly enough of this scrub especially. I only wash my hair every week to 10 days. So there are days that I wash it where I've been having chronic pain and I just haven't had the executive function to get up and shower. So on those days, my hair is pretty gross, but I use that and it just gets in there and I can feel it cleaning my hair. I rinse it and it's got some grab to it, but it's clean. And that is what I want, is some texture and some cleanliness, and it does both. It's magic. I have used other shampoo scrubs. This one is my favorite. It is my long-term love. And the last product is a brush cleaner. This is from a little Asian dollar store brand called Daiso. This is their Puffin sponge cleaner. And I use other cleansers debate based on whether or not my brushes are natural fiber versus synthetic. And you know what? It doesn't matter. This stuff does the best job of really easily cleaning my brushes and making sure that I don't have makeup stuck in the center that I didn't get to wash. Now, I do go in with my fingers and make sure I get all the way into the center bristles, especially on my bigger, denser brushes like my BK 101. And you got to make sure you rinse it out thoroughly. But it is my favorite brush cleaner. And I get it in a 3-pack off of Amazon. It's about $12. And a bottle, if I'm washing my brushes on the regular, which I don't, a bottle will last me 3 to 4 months. If I'm really good about washing my brushes, it'll last me 1 to 2, depending on the number of times I clean my brushes during that period. As I mentioned, I tend to go a while without washing my hair. And the 2 dry shampoos that I really latch onto are these 2 from Batiste. The Bare Dry Shampoo has a little bit of a white cast to it, but once I've worked it into my hair, it just looks like I've got grays, which I do. I do have gray hair. You know, I'm 41. It happens. But for a basic dry shampoo that I need to absorb oil, this one is really good. This is the Batiste Bare, which means that it doesn't have a fragrance. So if you are like myself and you are sensitive to fragrance, really, really good option. It's also drugstore, so it's about $12, which in comparison to other dry shampoos is really affordable. The other one I like, which I believe is about the same price, is the texturizing dry shampoo. So if my hair is just flat and oily and I'm going out to like run errands or a doctor's appointment, just I want to feel a little bit, feral, I will spray some of this in my hair and allow it to add a little bit of texture as well as absorbing oil. This is from Tresemme. This is their dry texture spray. So if my hair is clean and I've recently washed it, but I maybe did a little bit too much conditioning, I can go in with this and add some texture, add some grip, add some loft to it. It's not going to absorb extra oil the way that the dry shampoos do. So I've got this like bridge from dry shampoo that doesn't do much to texturize, a dry shampoo that does texturize, and a texturizing spray. I also did grab the Naturium, the fermented Camilla creamy cleansing oil. This stuff I have used for years, I used the oat cleanser from the Inky List, and I don't know if just I outgrew the formula, but it got to be really sticky and I started noticing how hard it was to work with, and it didn't emulsify fully. It just felt like I had rubber cement stuck to my face. Where this goes on and it is silky, it is, I wouldn't use the word creamy because it's not. It's clear, but it melts your makeup very easily. It emulsifies and it because it's in a squeezy tube, you can really control how much you use. So for me, this lasts a lot longer than like a tub of cleansing balm where I'm always grabbing too much. And with that, I think we are finished. I think that will just about do it. To my current subscribers, thank you for being here. Thank you for your support. I really do appreciate it. To my new subscribers or new viewers, welcome. I would love to have you subscribe. I'd love having you here. If you have any experience with these products and you want to let me know what your experience is down below, feel free. Let's get a conversation going. And at the end of the day, I hope you are taking care of yourself so you can take care of each other. And I will see you all in my next one. Okay, I can put this stuff away now. Get it off my desk. Get it off my desk. It's been really, really annoying.